Commonwealth, empire, the end of empire, all of the international grain trade, the First and Second World Wars, totalitarianism, all of these great themes, right? Great themes that everyone knows about are present in Ukrainian history. And what we need is we need that very short, beautifully written book, which a journalist for the New York Times can read on the plane flying from New York to Kiev, so that when he gets here, he has some idea of how Ukraine fits into this wider world. I'm not going to say that's better than any propaganda, but it's something that would help a lot. It's something that would help a whole lot. And I know that Slavko Vricak and others have been teaching students in this spirit for a long time, but I don't think we yet have that book, or at least that very short book. I could be wrong. Okay, what was the very last question? Long term. What was the last question? Is that it? What was your question? Oh, Russian. Yeah. Okay, so let's give credit where credit is due. Okay, so the Russians have worked very systematically over a very long time, very thoughtfully. Right, the thing in Crimea was obviously planned out. At least as an operation, not the political intention, but the operation had clearly been planned for years. People have been recruited a long time ago, which is why it went so quickly. The Russians have been putting large sums of money into a lot of American think tanks for at least 15 years. Russia today is a very carefully modeled operation, which is like Fox News, but much more so. That took a lot of time and thinking to develop, and Russia today went through various models. Its first model was straight-out propaganda, Russia good, everyone else bad. That didn't work, so they moved on to the much more effective postmodern model, which is, who knows, right? Maybe the Americans shot down the Malaysian flight. Maybe the Ukrainians shot it down. Maybe the Martians shot it down. Maybe it was full of corpses. Who knows? And maybe it's all a conspiracy, right? And by the time you get through that, no one has any idea what actually happened. That's their new model. You think it's corpses or conspiracy? That has been. They have worked through that very carefully, and they have, and the trolls that they use on the internet, right? I mean, they have thousands and thousands of people who just sit there writing stuff in Russian, Google translate it into English, and post it. They have thousands of people who are doing that. It's an entire industry. What else do they have? They also have their individuals who are working for them. Absolutely, clearly. Some of them for money, some of them because the Russians have something on them from long ago. They've done a lot of work. Does that mean that they're invincible? No. Does it mean that they're winning every argument? No. If they were winning every argument, there wouldn't be sanctions. If they're winning every argument, there wouldn't be an association agreement, although I wish it were now rather than a year from now. It doesn't mean that they're invincible. It's a certain kind of work, but there are other kinds of work. There's historical work. There's the work of journalists who actually go to